Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is an awesome game. Pretty much everyone's played it, and for good reason. It is probably objectively the best game on the Super Nintendo. Released in '95, one of the last RPGs to come out for the Super Nintendo. Only a couple RPGs came out after this game, at least in America. Breath of Fire 2 actually did. And so did Mario RPG. And that's about it. Secret of Evermore came out after this game too, if you want to count that. And so did Harvest Moon, by a lot. Harvest Moon actually came out in 1997, like mid-97. One of the last games actually released for the Super Nintendo. But that's neither here nor there. This is Chrono Trigger. So you might be wondering how I'm gonna run this LP, since video Let's Plays of Japanese RPGs don't usually go so well, but I am just going to be playing this game straight. No cuts, no fast forwarding, no taking damage to save time. We're just going to be playing the game regularly and appreciating it for what it is. And I'm gonna kind of be assuming that you've never played the game before, even though everyone has. I feel like that's just the right way to go about it. So, the first thing you're introduced to in this game is that apparently there's some kind of fair going on that your mom tells you about. And you have a genius inventor friend named Lusa. Talk to your mom again, get 200 gold. And the first place I'm going to go to is actually the mayor's house. And in my opinion, this is how to do a tutorial stage right. It's completely optional, and for that reason, they can go as in-depth as you could ever want in a tutorial stage. Every single one of these NPCs will tell you something about how to play the game. This guy right here is particularly interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually show this off, even though it's going to take about a minute. I just remember when I first played this game, I thought that this combat tutorial was so cool. Just because you never see the zones displayed so outright in the game. They never actually show you the actual zone that your attacks are affecting. You kind of just gotta keep doing guesses and checks. Especially with the AoE zones as opposed to the lines. But this was important when this game came out because there hadn't been a combat system quite like the one you find in Chrono Trigger, and it still holds up today. If this game had some version of timed hits, it would probably be the best combat system ever. Don't know why more games don't use timed hits. And just go back here and ransack this chest. 100G. Talk to this guy for a good reason, not just to learn more about the game. I'll talk about techniques as we get to it, but because if you talk to this guy one more time, he'll give you 300 gold. Did you know he'll do that? I didn't know that. There's a few more places we can go. Just check out these houses here. I am going to talk to NPCs a lot in this game. I enjoy talking to NPCs in RPGs. Go down here on this island. House suspiciously located on an island. This is Lusa's house. Lots of clutter everywhere. Come up here and talk to this woman. It's not explicitly stated, but this is Lusa's mom. Just sitting there in a chair. Why wouldn't she go to the fair with Lusa and her father? You know, the funny thing about video games so often is that they'll put a lot of effort into the initial set pieces, or like the first world, and then you just never see like the mechanics again. Like right here, I'm going to take this boat for 10 gold. For no reason. It's there just for flavor. It serves no purpose, and we will never use it again for anything useful. It does show you an island. Kinda lets you know that there's a little bit more to the world than just this one continent. Kind of interesting, I suppose. Just continue exploring a little bit. These people, everyone's just talking about the festival. Rightfully so, I guess. The festival is pretty neat. But we'll take our time getting there. Let's go talk to that piano guy first, actually. Something upbeat, please. That guy's not a fan of the festival, I guess. This guy actually gives us some backstory to something that we won't even touch upon for the next 20 or so hours, probably. Same with this guy, he's talking about his jerky. For 10,000 gold, he'll let us have some. Can't quite swing that yet. But I will go to the market. This market actually has some pretty legit items for this point in the game, at reasonable prices. So down in the bottom you can see Chrono's space stats. He's got 8 attack and 16 defense. And this Steel Saber will nearly double our attack, so I'll go ahead and pick that up. And you can actually equip on this screen, which is nice. Oh yeah, also Lufia 2 came out after this game, forgot to mention that. I was reminded of that because you can also equip on there. Buying screen. And I'll go ahead and pick up this bronze helmet also, just because I have the money for it. And let's make one more stop before we end up going to the fair. I'll just go to the Mayor's House of Poor. So this island down here is Poor. P-O-R-R-E. Their mayor's house is a far cry from Truce's mayor's house, which is the continent that Chrono's house is on. Pick up that 10G that we spent from the ferry ride. Worth it. The person I hate most. My dad, of course. I'm sure that we'll never be here again in the game, right? Alright. This time we'll just walk back. Nothing else much to see on this continent for now. Let's take the bridge for real. We don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it. You know, one part of this game that isn't best of the best is the limited amount of NPCs, but I guess that's to be expected in a Super Nintendo game. Especially since there's so much detail put into each character in this game. I'm also going to go over here into the forest real fast. Not looking to fight anyone, I just want to pick up this power tab over here. and then just bounce out. No real reason to go in there just yet. And now let's go to the fair. 10 minutes into the video, we'll go to the fair that's right next to Chrono's house. Alright, so let's see what all the fuss is about. So yeah, this kind of plays into what I was talking about games always having something at the beginning that's completely unlike what you'll see for the rest of the game. They just put so much effort into the beginning and then nothing else is quite like it. First thing I suppose I can show off is this race here. You can guess the winner for fun. You can talk to this guy over here. I'd say he has about at least a 50% win rate of guessing the right person. You can kinda try to cheat and help your guy out, but really it doesn't do very much. You can just slow them down, but my guy, the steel runner right here, is not doing me any favors. We'll just leave that for now. Got some more games we can play though. I think we'll play the rest of these games after we go up these stairs. So this guy tells us a little bit about why the festival's going on. They won a war versus a wizard hundreds of years ago. And I'll just go up here, just look around. Uh-oh. Ran into that girl. Totally my fault. So, you know, there's a little bit of a morality system at the beginning of the game here. And this choice right here is kind of BS. You wouldn't really think that it would matter because there's a little bit of dramatic irony going on. And irony is not the right word, but I don't know another term to use right there. And I mean, like, when you see something that the characters you're playing as don't see. Because Chrono is technically knocked out when she mentions that she's lost her pendant at the beginning, and then he gets up. But you know that she lost her pendant. I don't know. It's not worth going into too much detail about. Anyways, this is our second nameable character of the game. Her name is Marl. I really don't like that name. I know that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm going to probably call her Marley. I just like... That's how I thought it was pronounced when I was a little kid, and I still feel like is a better name. So anyway, she's going to follow us around since we found her pendant. How nice. It's better to be at the fair with the cute girl, isn't it? Anyways, right? So this guy has something to say about silver points. We don't have any yet, so no need to talk to him any further. Looks like this girl lost her cat. 1 second, please. Got another game we can play over here. Soda guzzling contest. Alright, I'm gonna play this one time. Let's see if I can do it. Alright. Here we go. Got it! Oh, 5 silver points. Let's go. Alright, never doing that again. That game's really hard. I never beat that when I was a little kid, but as I've grown older, my button mashing skills have progressed. Alright, so this guy... This is definitely the easiest game of the fair. You just hit the A button when you slide all the way back. Get 1 silver point. A single point for your troubles. Not even worth it. Let's give this guy one more chance. While they're racing, I think I'll talk to this guy over here. This guy is a unique sprite in the game, so obviously he's important, right? See what he has to offer. So he sells this iron blade that's not even close to the weapon we have right now. Our current attack is 15, that takes us all the way down to 10. And this $4,000 sword right here only increases our attack by 2, so I feel like we definitely made the right purchase with our 1,000 gold. Here's another one of the morality choices. Just say no. And GI Jogger didn't win. What a loser. Let's see what this guy has to sell, though. Just check out these shops. Don't have enough money for any of this stuff, unfortunately. Not a big deal, but hey, check it out. The game gives you this message after you've spent enough time at the fair. I guess they really want to make sure that you enjoy yourself. Could buy a couple of these things, I guess. I guess I'll pick one of these up and one of these. Why not? There is one more thing I want to do, though, before we... Well, actually, I guess a couple things. Another morality choice right here. Could eat this guy's lunch, or you could not eat it. So this guy tells us about Luce's battle robot. Unfortunately, this is not the invention that will change the world. But, I don't know. You know, it's funny, this guy is so much harder than all the other enemies at this point in the game, which is basically the enemies in the forest. And his rewards really aren't that much better. Like, if you just went and spammed fights in the forest right now, you could profit so much more than just fighting this guy over and over again. He does give you 15 silver points, as we'll see, which translates, I guess, to about 75 gold. But you can one-shot everything in the forest right now. And this guy, like, actually hurts. I don't know. But, kind of fun. Do get 15 silver points out of it. Whoops. This looks like a cat that perhaps that little girl lost. So we'll just go ahead and return that. If you run, you will lose the cat. You gotta just walk. Whoa, okay. Looks like the cat can actually block your way. Just bring that cat right on back, how about? We'll come over here for just a moment. I don't like this screen very much. This music is ridiculous. A little bit of foreshadowing, though, a little bit, I guess. I don't know. We can dance if we want. Really, these are just actions for the rest of the game. Alright. There's one other thing I didn't show off, but it takes entirely too many silver points to get around to actually doing it. Could exchange these for money, but I'm actually going to go ahead and save them because I think I might need them later in the game. Don't really have anything I need to spend money on anyways. So, there used to be 2 guards right here that would block you from going up here until the game gave you that message that Luce's invention is ready. But they're not here anymore because it is ready. Looks like Marlon wants to get some candy. Another morality choice right here that's pretty BS. If you hit any direction right here, Marley will say, hold your horses. I want to get some candy. So you just gotta wait. Like in Earthbound when you wait behind the waterfall. Not nearly that long, thankfully. Alright. She does say thanks for waiting, though. Do I know the latest gossip? No. The king is distressed over his tomboy of a daughter. I wonder how wild she really is. Huh, you don't say. The king has a wild daughter. Alright, so here's Taban. He's Luce's dad. This machine is super cool. Check out that girl's glasses. You could probably see the backside of the moon with those. Man, that's funny. That is quality comedy right there. So these people are a little skeptical, I guess. We'll just talk to Lucy. Seems like no one wants to try her invention. I don't know why she doesn't just show it off herself. I don't know why Chrono is so willing to hop in here. But, alright, why not? Oh my goodness. That was incredible. The crowd is stunned. Oh, these guys don't care. This guy does, I guess. Alright. Nah, I'm good. Wow, thanks, Taban. Didn't even test this before getting a random schmuck to try it. Alright. Of course Marley wants to try it. Lots of poses in this game. I guess the RPG that Squaresoft made before this was Final Fantasy VI. To the best of my knowledge. That game had some interesting poses and emotion sprites, but with the bigger sprites like this, you can really show off emotion better. Lucy just constantly adjusting her glasses. Uh-oh. Something about a pendant is reacting funny. Whoa, isn't that a neat effect for the Super Nintendo? How much time do you think they spent on just that? I bet you it was a lot. Look at Tobin there, he's stunned. He can't believe it. Welp. It couldn't have been the telepod. Yeah, Lucia. Sure, it's not your fault. Well, show's over. Let's just get out of here. What? How is this my fault? Alright. I guess I'll just pick up this pendant then. Because I can't do anything else. Hero of music though, let's go. Alright. Gotta say though, the game really hooks you in with this scene right here that's about to happen. I can't explain how hype that this warp here gets you when you first do it. When this game first came out. Just like, man, look at that effect. What? Oh man, you're going through time. Ah! Goodness gracious. They let this first one go on extra long too. It's so legit. Oh man, where are we? Where are we, man? I don't know. Battle. Looks like we got thrown into some trouble. Alright, so our first real battle. See, these guys are so much easier than that robot. They do like so much less damage too. And we get 3 tech points for it. That's so much more. So, it appears we've been thrown into a foreign world. Not quite sure where we are. And I guess we'll have to wait until next time to find out. So I'll see y'all then. Later.